My name is Dr. James Pruitt. I'm excited to welcome you. If you have been invited to this broadcast, that means that someone thinks highly of you to see the information you're getting ready to see. And by the time I finish explaining this, you're going to understand that they are health secrets that the privileged, the elite have known about for years and been taken advantage of and experiencing the benefits from that. And now they are finally revealed for you and me, everyday people, to really enjoy that. So today's broadcast, what we're going to be doing, folks, is I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my heart because this whole thing that we're sharing with you came to me, in my opinion, kind of a divine way. And let me tell you what I mean. I was having a conversation with a childhood friend of mine that we're very close. We grew up together since we were little tykes. And I was sharing with him that I had a glucose monitor, a CGM, a continuous glucose monitor on the back of my arm that measures my blood sugar and tells me in real time what it is and what a blessing it's been. And when he heard that, he said, I've been taking this product, and this product I've been taking for 2 years, and it's been really good. And I said, "Oh, really? What does this product do?" He said, "It cleans your blood and it gets rid of zombie cells. Do you know what zombie cells are?" And I said, "Well, no, I don't know what zombie cells are." He said, "Well, zombie cells are those cells that are in your body that die, but they never leave your body. They hang around, they infect other cells, and they're pretty much the cause of health issues and most diseases as we know it today." This really intrigued me. So I asked him how he heard about this, and he told me that there was a young lady he was connected to that told him about it. Well, I immediately wanted to speak with her. And let me tell you something, folks, what we're going to do tonight, because I'm going to share with you all what I learned from that conversation. But I'm going to do one better. I'm going to bring aboard that very same young lady. She's going to share some insight with you all that she shared with me that has me so excited right now that we can experience the benefits of what I am sharing with you. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to just walk you through a short PowerPoint that we've put together just to kind of share the information with you so that you have an opportunity to really experience what we've been able to learn. So let me just kind of say this whole thing that I'm learning about, and you're going to understand the story once I really tell it. And this is where literally the super privileged, the elite have known about this and benefited about this for many, many years. Now, let me just explain what I learned, folks. Many, many years ago, over 50 years, right after the Spanish flu, European royalty, they got together and they commissioned some of the top scientists in the world. And their job was to find the impact on health and wellness due to aging, the cause and effects of aging. And they were also tasked with finding the cause of all disease. There had to be a catch, though, and that catch was they could only use plants. Think about that. They could only use plants. So they got a science team together to glean from 5 Nobel Prize findings, folks. And what they were able to do is they were able to locate the top 44 plants in the world. And they took their time using quantum structure of molecules, and they were able to study, to isolate and locate these millions of molecule variables over 30 years. It took them to find the exact right combination, extract those molecules. And folks, what we're talking about, I want you to imagine, just imagine natural, real healing from God's garden. Imagine nutrition derived from technology using thousands of plant molecules. It's safe for you and me. It's safe for babies, safe for animals and pets. This is an exclusive technology that no one, I repeat, no one else has, because it uses only plants and quantum technology. Now, folks, I'd like you to think about this. If you think about how we live our lives and the choices that we make in our lifestyle, folks, I mean, we're just exposed to all sorts of things that we don't even know what they are. But one thing we do know is that the food that we're eating, the air that we breathe, even the water that we're drinking, all of these things expose us to all sorts of things. I mean, just think about going to the grocery store, looking at, The meat that's wrapped up in plastics and everything's in plastic containers. And, we were going to the grocery store, come back and scrubbing our vegetables and fruits just to get them clean because they were exposed to all kind of bacteria, pesticides, fungus, viruses. What I'm trying to say to you folks is living our lives today, you're exposed to toxins. So that brings me back to thinking about what my friend said. Cleans your blood? Makes me think, well, what is in our blood? Now, if you think about this, when you go to the doctor, what's the first thing they're going to ask you to do when you leave? Can you go down to the lab and give us a sample? Why do they want your blood? Because they can go in and look at your blood and they can tell what's really going on. But if you come back in 3 months or 6 months, you know what else they want? They want more blood. Do you know why? Because that blood evolves, it changes, all sorts of things happen. So I want you to think about if there was a way to really affect what my friend said, to truly, think about it. Don't we give our cars an oil change? Think about that. Can you imagine not doing that with what pumps through us? And we can't feel our blood pumping. But folks, that is what it's really all about. It's what's in our blood. So stay tuned to the information that you're going to be seeing next, because I'm going to take you on this journey to what this science team was really able to realize. You see, folks, what they did was they took these plant molecules, they reduced them down with all that technology, all that quantum wellness into a spray so small that just a few squirts under your tongue a few times a day, folks, that really gets right into your bloodstream faster than a pill, faster than a drink, even faster than an IV. Now, folks, if it just takes something like that, God's garden, God's goodness reduced down with technology to be able to spray to get right into our bloodstream, think about what my buddy said about getting rid of zombie cells. Well, I saw this program on the Today Show, and it talked about what the Mayo Clinic, the world famous Mayo Clinic, had learned. Watch this, and then we'll keep going.
We can see that it's a 1-to-3 dilution.
This is what it looks like studying what might be the key to living healthier longer. Dr. Nathan Labrasseur and his team at the Mayo Clinic have honed in on one of the most important aspects of aging: zombie cells.
Zombie cells. Sounds kind of freaky.
It does sound freaky. So these are cells that have experienced a lot of damage, and they're so damaged that they don't work properly anymore, and they wreak havoc on surrounding cells and tissues, but they're not so damaged that they die. So they have this reputation of being zombie cells because they look dead.
Zombie cells are known in the medical field as senescent cells. When we're young, they can be helpful against the spread of cancer. But as we age, the more zombie cells you have that have been compromised, meaning they're older, they're weaker, and they're damaged, the worse your health could be. Research is being done to see if there are ways to kill off these cells or even change them, which in a way would stop or slow the aging process.
As we age, these cells are not effectively cleared from the system, and as they accumulate, that's when they really cause damage and harm.
Mayo Clinic researchers are learning a lot in the lab, using mice of the same age to compare those with a lot of zombie cells and those with fewer zombie cells. The difference is dramatic.
This one hasn't had any medical intervention. This one has. They're the exact same age.
That's right. So really kind of a mix of kind of age-related conditions that we see in humans, with changes in the eyes, changes in the posture, changes in the muscle, and reductions in function, physical activity.
As I see this, I'm beginning to understand and realize my buddy Dante was onto something when he was telling me about this. You see, what are zombie cells? I'd never heard of zombie cells. Those are those damaged cells, as you heard, that are in your body that never really leave. And they corrupt other cells, and they're believed to be the cause of most illness and diseases. Just imagine if they're beginning to leave your bloodstream and they're being replaced by healthy cells, healthier cells. So now the word got out about what was being created here by this incredible science team. And when I say the word got out, I mean the word got out. Folks, what happened is the elite, the privileged, the movie stars, political royalty, political figures, dignitaries began to fly into this science team. And they were doing some miraculous things, utilizing the exact same thing I'm telling you about now. And as I'm learning about this, I can't help but to think about me, my age, where I am right now. Heck, everybody I know's got something. I've got something. I want to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with yourself as you're listening to this and think about this. I'm asking you, do you or somebody you know, think about this. Do you or somebody you know have some of those things you see down there, have diabetes or high blood pressure, maybe heart congestions, gout, arthritis? How about asthma? How about allergies? How about high cholesterol? How about cognitive disorders like uh, dementia, Alzheimer's, or what about autoimmune disorder? I mean, everybody I know's got something, folks. But you know, the young lady that I'm going to be introducing to you in a moment, she said something I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since she said it. She said how somebody once told her that if your blood's dirty and your circulation's all backed up, doesn't matter what you have, you're never really going to get better. And I start thinking about dirty blood. I mean, I can't tell you the thoughts I had about that, but it went back to what my buddy was saying about these cells. Well, thank God for this gentleman here. His name is Mr. Jim Barnett. He is a visionary because he saw what was happening with this science team. He saw it with his own eyes, people coming in, being, treated, and he saw that. So he thought to himself, what if we could just take that product and bring it right to the general public, to the end user? And he said, no, we can't do that, but you can take it to doctors. You can take it to chiropractors. So that's what took place. He was able to do that for $200 to $400 a bottle. And let me tell you something, folks. This gentleman got together with a group of other founders, and they really put something together. And I'm happy to say to you that what we're describing to you right now, what used to be a secret, is now available for the general public. So I want you to think about this. Just what if? Just imagine what if what we're telling you about right now can be delivered right to your bloodstream faster than anything else, faster than the IV. What if it was a simple